Go ahead.
Well, good morning. Before you today is legislation that we intend to introduce based on the fact that we've heard a lot of talk about the need for flexibility so that government can manage its resources effectively. So I agree that government and the taxpayers need as much flexibility as possible. And for that reason, we'll be introducing a bill to provide for the recall of elected officials who do not follow through on their promises to Ohioans. The bill will allow Ohioans and the voters to recall statewide office holders other than the Ohio Supreme Court justices and members of the General Assembly when they have reason to believe and think that those officials are not representing their views or his or her constituents is acting in a way that is harmful to the state of Ohio. And I'm sure all of you are aware that many other states have done or will be doing a recall legislation. Let me make it clear here. We are doing this for the biggest reason is that we have seen throughout the United States an attack on working people, an attack on organized labor, and an attack on the ability to collectively bargain. This isn't just in this state. We certainly would be disingenuous if we didn't say that this has a lot to do with this governor. We think that he is relied on bad advice, and what he thinks is working is not working. He's dividing the state. He's hurting the people of the state. And we think that this legislation that we'll be offering will go to the heart of those constituents and voters who have grown disenchanted with this governor.
Thanks. Since the beginning of this term, I think I've done about 10 town hall meetings, and the overwhelming sentiment that these town hall meetings is that folks are upset with the direction of the state, and they're upset with the direction of the governor, and with the attack on collective bargaining, SB 5, they're upset with the budget that was introduced 2 weeks ago. And they feel like 3 months into the term of a new General Assembly, new governor, they've got no recourse at all in order to take back what they feel that, in many respects, people made a mistake when they voted for Governor Kasich in November of 2010. So this bill, as Representative Hagan said, provides the state with a recourse in order to recall a sitting state officer or state representative or state senator. How it will work is the bill will require a recall petition to be signed by a number of registered voters equal to 15% of the total for governor in the state or in that particular legislative district during the last general election. If the petition is turned in 150 days or fewer prior to a regularly scheduled election, the recall question shall appear on the next regularly scheduled special or general election day. If it is filed more than 150 days prior to the next general election, regularly scheduled election, then a special recall election date must be set by the Secretary of State to occur within 30 to 40 days after the petition is verified. Voters will be asked 2 questions on the ballot. The first question is, shall the elected official be recalled? And the second question is, shall a candidate, and assuming that happens in the affirmative, shall a candidate be used to replace, shall a candidate below to replace John Doe or the candidate be selected? And that person would be chosen by a plurality of the votes cast in the second question. The winner of the plurality of votes will serve the rest of the recalled official's term. The bill will add to the general provisions section of the code that deals with removals of officers as authorized by the Ohio Constitution. It's basically based on kind of how we do municipal recall elections currently. With that